Hi, today is 27th of June and it's on the weekend, and one of the companies which I want to feature, and this might be a new segment going forward, and this is more about a company where I'm going to talk about over a very long term period of how this company has performed and how this company is going to perform in the very short term. So today's featured company is Kotak Mahindra Bank, and this is one of the big private sector banks, and is a major chunk of Bank Nifty. And the main reason I bought this Kotak Mahindra Bank is I think Kotak Mahindra Bank right now, trading at 1735 levels, is poised for a big move in either direction. And one of the things is the reason I'm bringing this up right now is I'm going to discuss about the levels which would be prudent for investors to be ready with their cash to do SIP if they want to. Just like I would definitely be very much be interested in Kotak Mahindra Bank to add in in SIP mode, and also it's also for traders to take advantage of any weakness in Kotak Mahindra Bank if it comes, or going forward if Kotak Mahindra Bank is able to sustain this level. So what would be a good trading strategy and how we can actually make some money. So this video is all about Kotak Mahindra Bank, and let's start. So on a very daily front, we can see that since November, it gave a very good move from 1300 levels, and it went, and then you can see it made a channel over a period of 6-8 months now, and there are multiple times it has faced a resistance in this channel, and every time it faces, it goes and takes a support near 1700 levels. And again, in the mid of March, it was able to touch this channel, but since then it has entered into a very tight range of 1820 and 1700. There was a tweet which I tweeted when this particular consolidation phase was happening, very explicitly stating that don't add Kotak Mahindra Bank unless and until closing above 1826 comes in. And fortunately they didn't come, else I would have to have put a stop loss, and I would have entered into a lost trade. But going forward, you can see then after that, after 1820 is right now consolidating very tightly over the whole month of June. So this happened near the start of June, and today is 27th of June. For the whole month it was a very in a very tight and narrow consolidation, and this consolidation have been happening for long. You can see it was happening since mid of March, and so it's now 3 months, and I think going forward Kotak Mahindra Bank should be able to give us a very meaningful move in either direction. Either it can shoot up, or it can go for a breakdown. So this video is all about what happens and trying to figure out what should we do if such a situation comes, and what are the levels that would be of interest to us. So this is how we found out from very but going forward, what I can say is there are a lot of positions which are being made very recently, and maybe this would be one of the very interesting trades which I would be monitoring in the very short term. And I think something is going to happen to Kotak Mahindra Bank for sure. So it depends on the strength and sentiment of the Nifty and Bank Nifty. Definitely that will play a role, and maybe it will try to delay this whole move. But eventually one day, if any weakness because of global sector or because of any national news, if some sentiment reverses, then maybe we can see something of a meaningful move from Kotak Mahindra Bank. So as I always say, I always do a previous chart analysis and try to understand. So Kotak Mahindra Bank right now over here, you can see if I go and clean up all this drawings, and just let's look at in a very simple way, then I will actually go for a 15-minute also analysis towards the end of my video. But let's keep it as it was, and let's see how Kotak Mahindra Bank has been for over the period of since it got listed, how it has acted, and why it is so much of importance right now. So you see, over a period of so many months, Kotak Mahindra Bank has been consolidating between 2000 and 1700 levels. And another thing which you can see is there are a lot of upper wicks which have been there in Kotak Mahindra Bank. And this is not the first time that Kotak Mahindra Bank has formed such a structure near its all-time high. This was also true in the first few, in the last I remember November, December of 2019, and January, February. And then let's forget this breakdown which came because of Corona. Let's not look into this. But here you can see, and also here you can see, there was a consolidation phase for a few months, and this is also true for earlier situations. But no matter what, it dipped, and there was always a buy came in from lower levels, and you see eventually Kotak Mahindra Bank is all poised to go above. And this has been a particular structure. So for me, Kotak Mahindra Bank is more of a SIP candidate rather a breakout candidate, because if you look into the when the breakout happens, then eventually the move which comes in over a period of few months is not very much of a mature. Here also, if you see that the breakout came at a 1700 level and it shot up to 2000, but then eventually there was no movement. So if you are trying to get some follow through of the breakout, then basically you should be more concentrating on buying in dips rather than buying in breakouts. Maybe you can pyramid, but your major chunk should be buying in dips and then holding it. And this is we saw the consolidation here in 2018, and even if you actually go towards 2015-16, that's also the same structure. You see a lot of upper wicks from upper level, and then again a supporter from 600 to 750. It was consolidating, and then the breakout came, and then you see what happened afterwards, right? So this chart structure, if you do a very naive and very simple analysis, so वहाँ से हम लोगों को दिख जाती है कि कोटक महिंद्रा बैंक एक ऐसी बैंक है जो कंसोलिडेशन अब ऑल टाइम हाई बना के कंसोलिडेशन फेज में जाती है, विच कैन बी फॉर फ्यू मंथ्स. यू कैन सी हियर 3-4 महीने थे, यहाँ पे तो 8-10 महीने होंगे. ये मुझे याद है, ये 2015 में ये बहुत 1 साल तक ये एक ही रेंज में थी. और सो दिस कंसोलिडेशन फेज, नाउ इफ यू कंपेयर where it was and what would have happened if you have entered in cash, you can see the amount of return you are going to get. Even with Corona, where all the structures of a very big reputed companies जहाँ पे ब्रेक होके 2015-16 की लेवल्स पे आ गई थी, it didn't dip below the 2019 levels. So this actually showcases the amount of strength which Kotak Mahindra Bank has in order to make your portfolio sort of save you from any downcome which might come in the near future, or even in the future, right? So इसलिए कोटक महिंद्रा बैंक मेरे लिए एक बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट बैंक है, एंड गोइंग फॉरवर्ड आई कैन सी दैट ये जो कंसोलिडेशन फेज है ये बहुत ही जल्दी ख़त्म होने वाली है. सो बेसिकली वी शुड बी राउंड अबाउट ओवर हियर, एंड राइट नाउ यू कैन सी जितनी भी हमारी वॉल्यूम्स हो रही हैं ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ मंथ, ये इवेंचुअली डिक्रीज कर रही है. एंड दिस इज़ एक्चुअली अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. सी यहाँ पे ये जब कंसोलिडेट कर रही थी ना, सी वॉल्यूम वाज डिक्रीजिंग, विच मीन्स दैट नाउ इट्स पोइज्ड फॉर अ बिग वॉल्यूम मूव, and that can come in any direction. Kyunki 1700 levels is a very important level, so you can say from 1700 to 1682. This is a very important level which Kotak Mahindra Bank has been trying to maintain since February, and this was earlier a resistance, and now it is acting like a support. Now what happens if a breakdown comes in? So we should all be prepared for it. And from my perspective, I think if I am looking for weekly chart, say for example, यहाँ पे exactly, so here you can see the 1555 levels and 1600 levels. यहाँ पे I don't expect it to go below 1464 definitely, but 1500 के नीचे में इसको अभी फ़िलहाल के लिए देख नहीं पा रहा हूँ, लेकिन यू कैन सी दिस 1550 लेवल्स एंड 1600 लेवल्स. सो वेरी टाइट, यहाँ पे एक बहुत अच्छी इसको सपोर्ट मिलने वाली है. और मैं जो पहले जो ड्राइंग किया था जिसको मैं हटा दिया हूँ, सो द चैनल वाज समथिंग लाइक दिस, एंड नाउ यू कैन सी दैट इट्स ट्राइंग टू मूव पास्ट इट, बट इट्स नॉट एबल टू. सो Going forward, I think Kotak Mahindra Bank would definitely and would be definitely in my radar, and I am waiting for a really good move in either direction because यहाँ पे आप देख रहे हो जब वो consolidate कर रही थी, right? So the volume was very similar to the volume which we have in now. एंड ये वॉल्यूम ये दिखाती है कि ये जो कंसोलिडेशन फेज है दिस इज़ गोइंग टू गेट ओवर एंड मे बी इवेंचुअली वी विल see a good move and we would be either be so this 1680 and 1700 levels is very important for Kotak Mahindra, and if it is able to sustain that then eventually it can fly towards 1830, and then if 1830 is taken out then in no time I can easily see all-time high of 2000 plus coming in a very short time. But अगर ये ऐसे consolidation phase में जो है, so this is and this is not only about a breakdown or a breakup but a breakout, but you have to also understand यहाँ पे देखो आप जब consolidate करती है तो there is absolutely no volume participation which comes in, and then this is on a weekly chart, so then what happens is within 1-2 weeks it just shoots up and these levels are gone. See, the people who were able to make contributions and SIP over here is because of the corona, and so they were really lucky. But eventually, if you just forget the corona, you can see that there was a tight consolidation here, and then when it broke out, it just broke out, and this price never came until corona did hit. So I think this is exactly the kind of consolidation phase which is happening in Kotak Bank, and this is the reason why I wanted to bring this into featured discussion, because going forward I think I will be very much be interested in making some positions for mid-term and long-term investments in Kotak Mahindra Bank. So many a times people have asked me that I should be talking more about, if possible, more about investments. So I think this is one of the very good investment stocks, and going forward, it might give us a very good, placeholder to enter. And the reason I'm talking this in the 27th of June is because I think it has gone through a very very rigorous consolidation, and I think very soon we might be getting a good move, and hence it should be in our radar, because the move will be very big and very violent, and would be a very good opportunity for us to good opportunity for us as a trader to make money. And if it's a breakdown, then also it would be two things we will achieve. First of all is we are first going to trade definitely towards not in the trend, so we are going to trade in the short side, and then we are also once we are sitting in profit, we would also be taking that part of the profit and then putting that amount into our SIP level. So when it will come, if it comes near 1600 to 1550 levels. Thanks a lot for listening. Hope this video was helpful for you, and maybe in the lazy Sunday evening you would find this to be a interesting stock to study and to think about it. Thanks a lot for listening, and bye bye.